that she's in. I can't remember what it was, but she's in Sick Girl. Oh, never mind.
The woman?
No, it was the fucking Toolbox Murders.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, we cover that?
She was the only saving grace. Hey, that was the first episode I joined you guys on.
Oh, okay.
She was really good in The Woman. If you haven't seen The Woman, that's another Lucky McKee film.
Yep, that one's
based on a Jack Ketchum book, and
It was really good.
kind of a sequel to The Offspring. Pile. Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, because I own it, just haven't had a chance to watch it.
I want to say that it's in my list somewhere, or maybe I had to cut it to make my top 100 or something.
But yeah, May is just a really, really good film. Like, I would almost want to give this a 10.
The ending is so demented and fucked up.
Yeah,
it's a lot like it reminds me of the ending of Pieces a lot.
It does actually.
But
yeah.
like
I was thinking Audition a little bit too,
but it's like a little more like it's a lot more sad, like the way that ends for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything about May is fairly sad. Whatever fucking happened to that guy that's in May with the curly hair that was in like Wrong Turn?
He's in like Law and Order now. Yeah, he's in Law and Order.
Oh, Jeremy Sisto.
Yeah, he was in like a ton of horror shit.
Yeah,
like bam, 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 and then just like disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, he's in Law and Order now.
He was always all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
I think he's on Law and Order now.
I hate you so much right now.
Go ahead, Randy.
My number 21 is Ridley Scott's ode to Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires, 1979's Alien.
Nice. Which I know we all have to bash Ken on this one.
Yeah, my first watching of this was like 3 months ago, and I can see if I watched it as a kid, I would have loved it, but it just didn't work for me.
Watching it as an adult, it's fucking great.
Yeah, every second of that film is it's very effective. It's basically like a slasher film in space, but with a horrifying creature instead of just some dude.
Yeah, the creature effects are just fucking awesome.
The cast is like mind-blowingly good. Between fucking Harry Dean Stanton and like Yaphet Kotto, you know.
Yeah, the performances are fine. It just it didn't. I guess like over like all this time like not watching it and just hearing how great it is, it wasn't the high expectations, but I was just like expecting a masterpiece, and I could see
best set design.
I was just gonna say that the set
in the history of
amazing.
film. Geiger,
yeah,
or Giger or whatever.
H.R. Geiger.
Yeah, Geiger.
Yeah,
like Geiger counter.
But we can't be friends if you think Aliens is better than Alien.
That's the one I grew up on, was Aliens.
Shut your fucking face.
I remember the knifed hand thing with the robot dude, and then like when he got
Bishop,
he got ripped in half, and they had like white guts or something.
Well, so did Ian Holm in Alien. Oh yeah, Ian Holm in Alien is
creepy and terrifying.
Yeah, just one of the scariest fucking. Like when he's like going after Sigourney Weaver, and he's just like totally plain faced and just like he's like trying to shove a fucking magazine down that dude's throat.
Yeah, like a rolled up porn magazine
down her throat. Yeah,
I actually like the newest Alien a lot, and I was more entertained.
Covenant?
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I was more entertained by this than the original Alien.
Where's the bullhorn?
Yeah, get the fuck off this goddamn podcast, you motherfucker.
Get off the podcast.
Well, are you done with Alien? Don't do that, dude. Seriously. So that's Alien.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's seen Alien.
Yeah.
So everybody except Ken.
Okay. So my next one is 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Halloween, 1978.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
What was that? It was a spring, but
yeah.
It was kind of, I don't know, it sounded right at that moment.
Right?
Do me.
What did you say? Scott sounded better. It had a lot more resonance to it.
It just worked out perfectly. Oops.
Don't tap it.
Yours has like some reverb to it. Anyway, Halloween.
I rewatched it, which I've seen it, I don't know, 10 times now. But I just rewatched it the other day. And there's some very effective moments. My favorite moment has always been the silhouette face in the darkness.
In the closet, when the light comes up slowly.
Yeah, like that's perfect lighting.
I
read something how they did that, but anyways,
like that's how they did the whole low budget thing, was just like the perfect way to light things. Just made that film creepy.
And you've talked about the Donald Pleasance speech with
the Jaws ripoff.
The Jaws ripoff, which is I'm gonna go see in a lake next week.
I might do that too.
You should.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can.
I'm thinking about it.
Bring your girl.
Bring your girl.
I'll try. I don't have anything going on right now.
No, I said I'm gonna bring your girl.
Oh yeah, it's still effective. It's just I don't know. It just didn't age well for me. And I know a lot of people who are listening right now. I'm like, what the fuck? 21 Halloween.
Yeah, I'll say like that's way higher for me.
I figured it would.
It's not too much higher for me, but
I figured it wouldn't be in Randy's top 10. No.
no, it's not even.
I think I had this around 17, and then the rewatch. I'm just desensitized, man.
So I'm gonna talk more about that one later, but so I'll let you have the floor here.
Okay, and we talked about the androgynous look of Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's not supposed to be like a sex pot, and
No, yeah, she's supposed to be the girl next door.
and like out of all the girl actors in that movie, she was the only teenager, but she looks like she's 30.
She does.
Yeah,
not
she does
look like
Yeah.
she. Was 19.
I had to look it up. I'm like, she's playing. It's college, or wait, it's high school. Yeah,
High school.
It's high school. Yeah. So I had to look it up. I'm like, she's in her 20s. She just looks like it.
Hollywood royalty.
Yep, and she got the role because of Psycho.
Yeah, I mean, when you're Janet,
mom,
when
yeah.
you're Janet Leigh's daughter, and fucking
That's why Carpenter like casted her.
yeah, it's just cast.
What was what's her first horror movie?
This one.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
her first
This was
movie.
her first anything.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Tony Curtis was her dad.
Yeah.
From William Girdler's awesome Manitou.
Oh, Manitou's awesome.
Fucking Manitou.
Well, he's a musician.
Tony Curtis?
Wait, am I thinking of something else?
Maybe was he like part of the whole?
like a Vegas
Was he
dude.
like a Rat Packer?
Yeah, I
Like
thought
a-
he was like a Vegas.
Hey, I'm on a stage in Vegas at the Olive Garden.
He died in fucking Nevada, Henderson, Nevada, or something. So I figured.
Why do you know that?
Because when I rewatched it, I was like looking through trivia and stuff.
Oh, right on. Yeah, everybody knows. Well, I'll just talk more when I get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll pass because we're going to touch on this 2 more times. Go ahead, Scott.
My number 21 is Psycho.
You fucking
You what a
piece of
cunt.
shit.
It was a cold and gloomy day. Out of all the hole-in-the-wall detective offices, he just happened to walk into this one. His name was Randy. He was very red. He wanted me to solve the case of why Scott did not put Psycho in his top 20.
Yeah, that's fucked.
So, I follow him around, and I noticed he is creepy like Jeffrey Jones.
Oh, you should see what's
Steven
on his
Spielberg.
browsing history.
Oh, you don't want to know.
And just come to find out he's stupid. And then Randy still owes me 50 shecklings for my detective work. What are they called?
Shekels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, shit. Go ahead.
God damn it. Okay, so
Yeah.
say your piece.
Yeah, it's just a perfect movie. Like, right up there.
It's
Well,
perfect.
It's perfect. It's 21.
Perfectly 21st best.
Well, because everything on this list going down now is pretty much my perfect list. This is where I'm having a hell of a time.
down now.
Like, you guys said you had an easy time writing your, like, top 20. This was the toughest part for me.
I will say my top 10 movies are all 10s for me.
Starting with my number 14, I'm working on maybe 10s.
Yeah, because this is where I think my first number 10 hits, and then going on.
All right, so you give Psycho a
why do
10?
you hate this
Yeah.
movie so much?
I totally hate it because I gave it a 10. But no, it's just a classic.
Arbogast.
It's a classic, and I just love the whole, like, you thinking, I can't remember her real name, Jamie Lee
Janet
Curtis.
Leigh.
Janet Leigh, thinking she's going to be the final girl survivor in the whole movie. And
Brilliant
it just-
misdirection.
Yeah, it throws you off, and I think that's, like, one of the first time that's been done? I'll say I can't think of anything beyond that or
I
before
don't know.
that.
Go watch a bunch of movies in the 50s.
To my knowledge, no other film set up
It took the time
like
to set up
the
someone
leading
like that.
lady like that, and then just fucking bumped her off and shifted gears like that.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Alfred Hitchcock wouldn't even allow people into the theater if they showed up like just a minute late. Like
What? You love that fact? I think that's stupid.
I think that it was his gimmick for that film.
Okay.
It wasn't for all of his films that he did that. It was just that one that he did that specific thing. And
All
yeah, it's just
right.
it deserves a lot of credit. And like I said, I wish I could put it higher, but
I would
so many
recommend that any fan of Psycho watch the film Hitchcock with Anthony Hopkins as Hitchcock. It's
I've been wanting to see that.
basically like a dramatized version of the making of Psycho and like Hitch's personal life at that time. There was a lot of tension in his marriage throughout the years about his affinity for the blonde women that he would cast as the leads in his films, like especially Tippi Hedren and Janet Leigh, his wife was very jealous of.
Yep. We're touching on this again, so I'm not going to say
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Number 20. Yep. Top 20 time.
Ken's gonna get mad at me here, but
I know what it is.
number 20 is Return of the Living Dead.
I knew it.
Oh, really?
Hey, for it's like it's still a 9.5 though, you know.
Oh, fuck that.
See, when you said like best
Maybe even a 9.7
horror comedy of all time, you said American Werewolf in London, but this is rated higher. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
I caught
Maybe best
ya.
zombie comedy. You could
That's
do you
completely
could,
different.
So you could just try to switch it up a little bit. I don't know.
I missed that one when I was scanning up my list for other humorous films.
I would say out of the horror comedy, it's only comedy because of Freddy and how they react to like turning, and they're
And the
No, it's-
zombies themselves.
Yeah, I
too.
mean, it's fairly
Well,
comical
yeah.
throughout. There's no denying that it's a zomcom, horror comedy, whatever. So I do retract my statement about American Werewolf being the best. Obviously, it's the second best, but
You're off the goddamn podcast.
yeah, whatever.
without this podcast.
I feel like
we're
we've
nothing. Me and you would be a fucking snooze fest.
I feel like we've already touched on Return of the Living Dead quite a bit throughout the episodes that we've done already.
Return of the Living Dead.
We've
are
already talked about that one.
There's a horror comedy
quite a
episode.
bunch.
we did it and it got erased.
Oh,
Or
is that
I-
one of the ones that got erased?
Yeah, and then you briefly talked about it again after the.
Yeah.
Oh, well
episode.
then let's fucking dive right in here. I mean, I'll let you. I'll save it for you because
Okay.
I'll just say
It didn't even make my list, by the way.
shut up. You're
Yeah,
so
I was like,
stupid.
bullshit there.
You're a piece of garbage.
I just have the tattoos. I don't like the movie that much.
It's I don't know what.
Leave me some material. You're done. You're fucking done. First of all, you put it at 20, so fuck off.
Hey, top 20.
All right, my 20 is Evil Dead. I don't think anyone said this yet.
No, I want to say
Mine was way.
Oh,
back.
okay. Yeah, you like Evil Dead 2 better. It's weird.
my Evil Dead was at like number 35.
Okay. What the fuck are you going to say about Evil Dead? Fuck.
It's just great, like camera work.
I saw it way too
Effects.
early and it fucked me up.
Yeah, I mentioned Oh, yeah, someone did mention it, and I watched it when I was a kid, and this British guy said, this girl's about to get fucked with a stick.
Oh, yep.
Watch this. Yeah. So, I mean, there's really nothing... Why would I talk about the Evil Dead? I don't know. I guess I'll pass.
Yeah, it's just an amazing, especially first time film for Sam Raimi. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what else we can really talk about because Randy talked about it a bit. I talked about it a bit.
Fast motion, moving camera and shit. I'm sure it might have been done before, but never like this.
Yeah, it's been ripped off several times
Oh,
since
yeah,
then.
absolutely.
And like the weird over the top of the ceiling joists, like
Oh, yeah.
tons of shit's been lifted from Evil Dead.
Go ahead, Scott.
All right, my number 20. This is something you guys were talking about earlier. You thought it'd be my number 1. Hellraiser.
Wow, that's low for
It's a
you.
lot lower than I was expecting.
I like I said, I love it, but yeah, it's definitely not number 1 for me. The movie itself is just great. Lead Cenobite, Doug Bradley does a great performance in that. Frank is just fucking creepy as shit.
Come to daddy.
And like I think I told you guys a while back, this is like one of the first horror films like to truly scare me. Like
Yeah,
I
you
caught
walked
my
in on
parents and Frank
the
building
attic
himself
scene.
up.
Yeah.
And those effects still hold up to this day.
Oh yeah, Bob Keane. Fuck Bob Keane though, because everybody calls lead Cenobite / Hell Priest Pinhead because of that asshole. His effects team named all the Cenobites.
And it just kind of stuck.
They were really lazy. Like they called the female Cenobite is just female Cenobite.
Right, and the chatter, like the one that chatters his jaws, Chatterer.
There's some fucking misogyny going on there. Like, oh, she's just female Cenobite.
Yeah, because wasn't it like supposed to be like slit throat or something like that was supposed to be the name? And like,
she looks. It should be pussy throat is what it should be because it looks like.
yeah, I was
she
saying
has
because I
a
know it was
spread
like
open
something
vagina on her
that they
neck.
could have took as a sexual innuendo, and like they didn't like that.
Well, I mean, there's sexual undertones and overtones throughout
Well,
Hellraiser.
yeah,
Everything about the film is sexual. The Cenobites
That's why I
are in
didn't get
S&M
why they-
garb.
I'll say that's why I didn't get why they were like throwing a fit and just called her female Cenobite or lady Cenobite. You know, like we were talking earlier too. You know, Doug Bradley as lead Cenobite or Pinhead is just not in the movie as much as like you'd think he would be, but his presence in the film throughout is just creepy and just awesome at the same time.
Well, that's just. I mean, that's monster movie 101. You don't overdo your monster,
Right.
Or it like reduces the efficacy.
Well, if the monster is something like Pinhead has dialogue, it's a little bit different.
Right. It's not
Yeah, if it's just
Bruce from Jaws or something.
But yeah, I love the whole you hear that church bell toll, and then you see the lights kind of just starting to go through the window and the floorboards when you know they're showing up. It just, that whole thing just brings like that sense of dread that works really well throughout the whole film.
Randy, go ahead.
I'm going to talk about Hellraiser more later, but